In the year 2827 of the solar calendar, the Kepler 452 star system experienced a universe-shaking war. The two major human forces, the human interstellar Commonwealth and the United Colonies, engaged in a desperate fight in Kepler. With the war's massive scale, destructive weapons were deployed, numerous fleets clashed, countless lives turned to ashes, and the dust of war even obscured the sunlight. My name is Ark, short for Arkansas. As the captain of a United Colonies fleet, I witnessed the events firsthand. The epic war came to be known as the Night of Reckoning, a dark day that no one could ever forget.
Captain, I just saw you secretly backing up your memory data. Even you have... It's okay, I understand. Since the day being a soldier, we all worry about being disappeared in this world one day. But I think now we're truly prepared to face death. Memory backup technology. At least it allows... So to answer your question, our communication system has been severely disrupted. Even Miss Williams is very insistent on sending out that data as evidence, but our current situation is not looking. Those interstellar Commonwealth people are not. The worst part is, we can't reach our flagship, and they also...
Move the mouse to control the camera rotation. Use the WASD keys to move around. Press space to jump.
We're in a pretty tough spot. Perhaps you should speak with her at the bridge.
Captain, we are currently in a safe position from the Commonwealth's attack.
I seriously doubt our ability to defend ourselves with the remaining soldiers on this ship. If you're dead set on sending out that data, we pretty much got only one option. Bust through the fleet standing in our way and meet up with Evan. But war can be cruel, and it's probably the time we need to accept that. We've failed.
No, I don't think so. How much of the data have we managed to upload so far?
We've only reached 36% and it refuses to go any further. Those Commonwealth scoundrels knew we were backing up our data, so they're using multiple powerful EMP devices to disrupt our basic network and communication system. As the captain, my priority is the safety of the crew. Right now, my instinct tells me that our best bet is to give the human interstellar Commonwealth whatever they demand.
No way, Ark. We've come too far to back down now. I don't believe their electromagnetic pulse could possibly cover the entire Kepler 452. Once we escape their interference zone, we will find a way to expose all their damn dirty deeds. Ark, I don't want to hear you giving up now. I can't just sit back and watch the human interstellar Commonwealth repeats the same nonsense that they did in the solar system. I mean, again in Kepler. I know for sure. I've met death myself. I know how it is. At least I didn't back up my memory data. I'm not ready to die yet. If you knew my story, I'm certain you would make the same choice as me. The ship's brain-machine interface is still working, I suppose. Weren't you curious about Evans and my story? Well, before it's too late, this might be your last chance to get a... I'm not one to spill my secrets to just anyone, but if I keep them to myself, I'm afraid you won't remain on my side in this war. Are you ready for my memory replay? Let's do it then. Ark, have you ever used the brain-machine interface to share memories with someone? It's a mind-blowing experience. This memory data sharing technology is absolutely top-notch. It allows the viewer, that's you, to live and move freely in my memory as if you were me. It might feel a bit weird to move your own body from someone else's perspective at the beginning, but trust me, you'll catch on quick. Why?
Enhancing your overall combat power is key to success. Start by ensuring your equipment slots are filled. Open the equipment interface with the I key or through the collection interface with ESC. Left-click to view available equipment and right-click to equip your desired items. Additionally, allocate attribute points gained from leveling up to different primary attributes by pressing the G key in the equipment interface. By being fully armed, navigating the battlefield will become much smoother for you.
We both witnessed the complete destruction of the entire solar system. Although that was years ago, to me, it still feels like yesterday.
It's been well over 10 years since I last set foot here. We were just kids back then, full of energy and dreams. I never imagined the first lunar colony would change this much. Probably. And thanks for helping me on this trip, by the way. The damn government won't even bother sending enough soldiers to support me for this crazy mission. Snatching the census data from the Immigration Bureau? Ha! It's like they're asking us to jump through flaming hoops. I have a feeling the place might be occupied by rebels by now. Well, if I remember correctly, we should keep following Moonlight Avenue for a couple more blocks. Good lord. How much effort did the government take to mess up the first colony like this?
Only if those old farts in the interstellar Commonwealth had some long overdue foresight, we wouldn't need to scour for new migration star systems today. Well, I do believe the rise and fall of a civilization does have a cycle. But the downfall of humans seems to have come a little too quickly, don't you think?
You're always so concerned about politics and the people like our father. If only those in power had half as much empathy as you, maybe our homeland wouldn't have ended up like this.
Concerns never help. Our words have no weight at all.
All independent individuals are selfish, no matter they're human or animal. That's true. But for the government, interstellar travel only requires a certain labor force. We can't support an excessive immigrant population with the current resources we have.
Your tone is starting to sound like one of those government people, Evan.
Everyone has their own perspective in life. I don't have the power and ability to change the world, so I can only live by my own beliefs.
Who are they?
Chill, we'll figure it out.
Do you need something? Well, I talk with my fists and my gun. Interstellar Commonwealth. I'm sorry, but we are in charge of the immigration building right now. It's clear that you are not welcome here.
We're just here to collect some data. There's no need for unnecessary bloodshed.
Since you don't quite understand what I mean, we really the way to obtain that information, sir.
Vanessa, it looks like I'll need your help. You know how to use a gun, right?
Mastering small battlefield tricks can play a crucial role in shifting the balance of power during battles. Discover and utilize supply chests strategically placed throughout the battlefield to gain the upper hand. Open these chests with the E key and choose buffs that best suit your playstyle. When facing tough challenges, don't hesitate to seek assistance from friendly troops by pressing E. Additionally, consider helpful tips like using the Shift key to sprint and increase your mobility, left-click to shoot firearms, right-click to alt-fire, and the 1, 2, 3, 4 keys to use different skills. By skillfully combining buffs, skills, and firearms, you can outmaneuver and outplay your enemies with tactical precision.
Our goal is to get through this block. It seems like there's no better choice than to fight our way through. Cover me! Just keep an eye on those thugs ahead.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Your health has dropped below a certain threshold. Please seek treatment immediately. The enemy elite has been eliminated. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived.
Vanessa from the Interstellar Travel Planning Department. Turns out you're pretty good with a gun.
Uncle Reed has a shooting range on Europa. I visited him a lot during my 7 months there.
Uncle Reed, the one with the bad temper? I didn't expect him to be such a good teacher.
Or maybe it's just my natural talent.
All right, just focus on the fight. Let's move.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived.
break through here soon. The Immigration Bureau is not far away.
Sure.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived.
Why are there so many of them?
You'll never know how many so-called inferior people are out there until you see it with your own eyes. You hold them off first. I need to contact those old folks in the government to get us some support, damn it.
Disarray.
We made it. Thank goodness for having a dad who can support us. Let's work with the soldiers together and break through this damn place.
Victory. Please open the supply chests.
Victory is ours! Victory is ours!
I never expected these civilians to be so well equipped. Their gear far surpasses those given to us by the Interstellar Commonwealth. Wait, what you just got in the loot was the one I always dreamed of getting from Uncle Reed when I... Did Uncle Reed ever tell you some weapons come with special attacks? This gun will be your best sidekick. Ha! I can't wait to take down the Immigration Bureau.
Is this the Immigration Bureau building? It doesn't look what I thought it would be.
These rioters beat us to it. I didn't expect this place to fall so quickly. Looks like your new weapon can't wait to be put to use. Looks like your new weapon can't... That was my childhood dream gun, but getting back to business, according to the information provided by the government, those rebels who refuse to hand... If we destroy it, we'll never recover that data again. Let's get one thing straight. That's the one. We've both grown up, Vanessa. We're different. Stop teasing me. Let's go.
We were just talking about you both, especially your father, Dr. Williams. I mean, your father has been bragging about his children a lot.
These old folks are even betting on you going to the moon for this mission. Are you sure then that you will come back safely?
That's because you don't know the chaos happening on the moon right now. You're Vanessa, right? I heard you're pretty good at math. Can you help us with the final calculations?
Take a look, old men. Here's the number you wanted. This week, we'll have a special population management team conducting background checks on every... Any problem? You're too naive, girl. When you add up the population of Earth, the Lunar, Mars and Europa colonies, as well as the 4 orbital space cities around Earth, it far exceeds the carrying capacity of habitable environments in the solar system. Maybe Dr. Williams can teach you more about political thinking. Just imagine what the solar system would become if the government didn't manage the people's Yes, when the government is unable to suppress these riots.
But our security system is still very advanced.
What's happening outside?
We're completely surrounded. I estimate there are thousands of people. So it's impossible for us to leave through the main gate. But fortunately, we recently upgraded the campus exterior walls and reinforced our security.
Ms. Williams, if you were as obedient as your brother, you'd be an excellent superior human. Our next job is to organize the 200 million high-quality individuals identified through population statistics and begin the interstellar immigration program. Our interstellar envoys have shown us the urgent need for human immigrants to save the declining population of the Ursulan civilization in Kepler 452, a utopian society constructed by them. The detailed execution plan was already discussed in our previous meeting. If all goes well, the interstellar immigration following the human optimization plan will begin in 2 weeks. Any questions about your tasks right now?
Mr. Collins looked out the window. As the top military official of the human interstellar commonwealth, I had never seen him so worried. Perhaps he's afraid. After all, it's not an easy task to face the hatred and anger from 300 billion people.
The continuation of civilization always comes with sacrifice.
Ready to move forward?
Is there something going on?
I bet the mission on the moon is no walk in the park.
I will ensure your safety.
Vanessa, what's wrong? Mr. Henderson, I know I've already mentioned this countless times before, but I still feel it's important to bring it up again now. Otherwise, we may not have another chance.
Do you have any good suggestions, Dr. Williams?
I understand that our political ideologies never align, and I'm not in your position. But I still believe our current point-based system is I hope we can open up some special policies at this critical moment, providing
The Williams family's biggest weakness is being too idealistic. I don't blame you, though, because you're not a politician. The problem we have right now is not just about migrating to the moon or colonizing new planets. We're dealing with the continuation of a civilization. As an expert in energy fields, you understand that our immigration ships can't carry any more passengers. We've reached the limit with our food, water, oxygen, fuel, waste recycling system, life support system, everything. And now you're telling me those rioters, who only want to smash our windows and loot the banks, should have a chance to board the immigrant ship? We'd already be super lucky if we can escape before they consume all of the resources. Now, if you still want to argue with me, all I can say is that Williams never understood political interests. These 200 million people are the ones who have a chance to survive. The rest are no longer our concern. We don't owe them anything.
Sorry, but I have to interrupt your conversation. We have an S-level alarm that requires immediate attention. The situation outside is out of control. Even though we have advanced weapons, there are just too many of them.
I just allocated a large sum of money last month for counterterrorism, and you can't even fight off some rioters?
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's more than just some rioters. The law enforcement on Earth has completely collapsed. We are trying to urgently contact Earth Customs to prohibit the docking of any incoming spacecraft. Those rioters are all coming for us.
Take the data and destroy all of our backups, now.
Understood. We have arranged an aircraft to pick all of you up, and our security reinforcements are on their way. Now please follow me to the helipad.
People from the entire solar system are flocking to Earth to hold our government accountable. Customs is overwhelmed to the point of emergency shutdown. Ha, sounds like a scene from an apocalypse novel. The government security team may be well equipped, but there are only about 200 people on duty now. It seems we are about to engage in a fierce battle. Take this, it's for self-defense. We'll need to escort our parents to the helipad. There should be an aircraft that can take us away. Boarding a government aircraft? That was my dream back in military school, though I didn't expect we would have some troubles to deal with.
When we arrived, Mr. Collins and other politicians had already boarded an aircraft before us. But shortly after it took off, in front of all of us, it was shot down by the rioters. It felt as though the pillars of the entire Commonwealth had been knocked down, and everyone was stunned for a few seconds. Evan quickly reminded our parents and me that this was our last chance to leave. Otherwise, the number of these rioters would only increase. But we soon realized that the pilot of the last aircraft had already been killed in the cockpit. The government's aircraft was encrypted, unable to be started without specific personnel authorization. We couldn't do anything at all, except wait for the arrival of support troops.
Oh no, there are too many of them. We have to make sure the aircraft isn't destroyed before the flight specialist arrives. Pay attention to your wounds, Vanessa. If you go down, we'll lose another crucial fighter. Vanessa, we have to hold on!
Are you sure this aircraft can take off?
We've made it this far. Now we just need to take out as many enemies as possible.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived.
reinforcement troops have arrived.
In battles, having access to 3 firearms gives you a strategic edge. Press Q or scroll your mouse wheel to quickly switch between them. Press R to reload. Press F to engage in close combat with melee attacks. If equipped with a melee weapon, press E to use its melee skill. Also, please always keep an eye on your shield status. If it shatters, find cover to keep yourself safe from enemy fire and wait for it to regenerate automatically. Mastering these techniques can make all the difference in turning the tide of any battle.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Your health has dropped below a certain threshold. Please seek treatment immediately. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived.
There are really too many of them. Vanessa, we can handle this, right?
I've been in more desperate situations before, and I've come out just fine. Don't worry. I'll do anything to keep you and our parents safe.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. The enemy elite has been eliminated. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. 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 Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived.
Cover me. I need to reload.
We have contacted the reinforcements. They will send us another pilot, but we need to defend this aircraft until they arrive.
You don't have anyone on your security team who can fly a helicopter?
We do have 12 resident flight specialists in the government compound, but they're all...
These riot groups seem to have more military talent than us.
Let's focus on protecting the aircraft for now. Will the government reinforcements really come?
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Reinforcement troops have arrived.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. You are undefeatable. The enemy is in complete disarray. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Enemy boss has joined the battle.
Vanessa, don't go too far. We can't hold out much longer here. You have suffered a fatal injury. The medical team is providing urgent care. The wounds have healed. It's time to seek revenge. The enemy elite has been eliminated.
suffered a fatal injury. The medical team is providing urgent care. The wounds have healed. It's time to seek revenge.
Vanessa, where are you going? Don't get too far away from the aircraft.
You have suffered a fatal injury. The medical team is providing urgent care.
Please return to the...
Wounds have healed. It's time to seek revenge. You have suffered a fatal injury. The medical team is providing urgent care. The wounds have healed. It's time to seek revenge.
We finally held on until the rescue team arrived, and the new pilot quickly helped us prepare for takeoff. Evan asked me to quickly board the aircraft while he went to search for our parents. But suddenly I was informed that they, along with the remaining politicians and staff, had been cornered by the edge of the cliff by the abrupt arrival of a rioter squad. I saw the thug who had blocked our path on the moon. Razor? I remember his name now, and I will not forget it. Evan quickly raised his gun, ready to confront Razor with the security team, but these rioters seemed to have nothing left to lose. They pushed those politicians one by one off the cliff, and finally it was our parents. I remember, I jumped off the aircraft and rushed to the edge of the cliff. I wanted to just see my parents one last time. But the dust covering the scene below the cliff obscured everything, and all I heard were desperate screams. Then my body suddenly felt light, and in the midst of sorrow, I too was pushed off the cliff. Is this the end? I thought at the time. I heard Evan still fighting with the rioters up there, but I couldn't remember if I had seen his face. I thought it was our final farewell.
Achieved victory. Please open the supply chests.
What's taking the specialists so long?
They're almost here. We'll be here soon.
What does soon mean? The government is pretty reliable, huh?
What do you think? The cloud upload progress is at 37.2% now. It's moving, at least. I guess now you'll strongly agree that we should break through the Commonwealth's defensive line, right? Since I fell from the cliff, they no longer recognize me as a high-quality human. Today, I'll show them our worth. Looks like we have to take a big gamble. If we can disable the nearby signal jamming device, we should be able to locate Evan and call out for support. Captain, Got any good suggestions?
An hour ago, I'd have shot down this crazy idea in a heartbeat. But now I'm thinking we could scrounge up some materials nearby with the little fuel we've got left and our wonky power system for some temporary repairs. This repair is just temporary. You can imagine a soldier with a broken leg giving himself pain relief while crawling.
So what was your plan an hour back?
Sitting and waiting for rescue, even though I knew it was likely that nobody would come to help a nameless soldier with a busted leg.
Sounds like you're on board with my plan then. All right, I'll get it transferred into the fuel system right away.
I'm off to scavenge some minerals for repairs. I'll be back soon.
Watch your back out there. Will these materials get us moving without risking a meltdown?
No risks might be a stretch, but it will be more stable than before the...
All right, got it. I'll get the engineer on inspecting the current issues with the systems right away. Always ready. How about you, Captain? This is the real you, I know. Don't make it sound so heavy. If it weren't for you, Ark, after the Williams were abandoned by the government, we would have ended up dead on the streets long ago.
Fitzwilliams, this is the star view of the Kepler 452 system. If you haven't seen it before, now is probably your best chance.
Can't wait to send yourself to the grave, huh? Come on, guys. Time to have some fun.
The troops have been fully assembled. They are awaiting your command.
Move, move, move! Target neutralized. Engaging enemy position.
Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. Certain threshold. Please seek treatment immediately. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. The enemy elite has been eliminated. Enemy reinforcement troops have arrived. The enemy elite has been eliminated. undefeatable. The enemy is in complete disarray. Enemy boss has joined the battle.
Move, move, move!
Q winning that battle wasn't as tough as expected.
Hey Ark, we just took down one of the Commonwealth fleets. The EMP interference should be weaker in this area. I'm trying to contact Evan.
Vanessa, Ark, can you hear me?
Evan!
Oh my, are you guys okay?
We're all right. We're surrounded by the Commonwealth folks, but we managed to handle the nearby fleet.
Let me check your coordinates. It looks like your positioning system is also busted. I can't pinpoint your location. We can try something. Ark, can you take the captain's seat? Our spacecraft has a built-in tracking system that scans the surroundings and keeps you informed about nearby objects. Can you see the direction shown by the tracking system? If your system is working properly, you should be able to see my location. My fleet's supposed to be represented by a distinct icon that stands out in your view.
Yes, I can. Sorry, could you repeat that?
In Starview, your tracking system will identify all nearby ships, resources, and space stations for you. Take a look around and you should see my fleet displayed at a specific location.
All right, I get it.
I'll be here waiting for you. Ark, please keep my sister safe.
Good news. Our data has been successfully uploaded to the cloud.
That's fantastic. Finally a piece of good news for today.
But the bad news is that our fuel seems to be running low. Could it be possible that our fuel system is also damaged? Let me go check at the back. Ark, can you please tell me the fuel level below the driver's panel?
I just synced the data with you.
Got it. My temporary repairs seem to have worked and slowed down the leakage. Have you found Evan's fleet yet?
Yes, I have.
Great. Let's move at full speed.
Requesting fleets merge. Please wait. Request successful. Your fleets are merging with the flagship. Merge successful.
Vanessa, Ark, are you guys okay?
We're good. Captain Ark totally saved us.
Ark, you've always been my most trusted team member. Lieutenant Hensley, any updates from our negotiation team?
They're on their way back. The good news is that Empire agreed to our terms for peace.
Terms?
They want us to delete all the evidence you collected and stop interfering with their activities in exchange for our safety.
They're going to destroy Kepler. I have already uploaded the data to the cloud. Unless they kill me, otherwise the secret will...
Can you come aboard first? I urgently need to refuel on a nearby planet, really. If I stop functioning, there will be no one to rescue you from the space. Vanessa eventually uploaded the evidence to the cloud, but our fleet quickly came under intense bombardment due to the immediate violation of the peace treaty between the Interstellar Commonwealth and the United Colonies. At Evan's urging, Vanessa went to the escape pods at the back of the spacecraft, while Evan and I were conducting the final counterattack. At that moment, I had already forgotten the fear of death, because I had backed up the AI personality data. I no longer feared death. Evan, did he escape? I do not know, because I no longer knew what happened after the sound of the explosion that destroyed the United Colonies' fleets. Hey, you're finally awake. You slept for so long, I was getting worried.
Oh, my head hurts. Am I alive?
Yes, this United Colonies human. You are still alive. I am Ark. Oh wait, no. That's not entirely correct. Ark sacrificed himself during the Night of Reckoning 2 years ago,